Ok. Se me ocurre de paso yo hacer las preguntas en inglés y Sara tú se los traduces.
Ok.
Y la respuesta la traduzco yo al inglés.
Perfecto.
Okay. Bueno.
Y con sonrisa.
Seguro. Sarita.
Para allá vamos.
Ok.
Es que las disfruto tanto que quiero quedarme aquí escuchándolas.
Tenemos 8 horas, so hay tiempo.
Vale.
Okay. Hello, ladies. Good evening. This is a small presentation of quantum bioengineering that I would like to do. So how tonight's going to go is I ask the questions in English. Sarah will ask Sandra, translating them into Spanish, and then I'll translate the response to English. So first and foremost, I would like an overview of the methodology, shortly how it works, and why it's open to basically anyone who connects. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Sandra, esta nos está preguntando de si nos puedes dar una explicación básica de cómo la metodología funciona, por qué está abierta a todas las personas, y como una pequeña introducción de cómo la podemos aplicar.
Pues antes que nada me gustaría darles la bienvenida a todos, saludarles desde el corazón e invitarles a que por favor se tomen el pulso en sus muñecas para que empiecen a acceder a la frecuencia básica con la que trabajamos en bioingeniería cuántica, que es la del corazón.
She wants to welcome everyone that's here tonight and offer that we all take our pulse on our wrist and basically feel the heartbeat and connect to the frequency of the information that we're accessing.
Porque el pulso del corazón es la herramienta básica de bioingeniería cuántica. Por eso les estoy invitando a que antes de comenzar ya conecten con esta herramienta.
The only technology you need, the basis of this whole teaching is your heartbeat. That's the tool. So that's why we need to connect with our pulse.
¿Por qué bioingeniería cuántica es accesible a toda persona? Se debe a que todos nosotros ya hemos incorporado la herramienta básica, que es el corazón y el sistema cardiovascular.
So this information is open to anyone in reality because everyone has a heart and everyone has a cardiovascular system.
Hasta ahora, el corazón ha sido considerado una herramienta fundamental en nuestra biología y en nuestro sistema biológico que contiene la vida.
It is known that the heart is the basic tool and technology that carries life, and obviously everyone has this.
También era considerado parte fundamental de lo que es nuestra moralidad y nuestro sentir desde el alma.
It was considered the origin or where our morality originates.
Nuestra conexión con el universo.
Our connection to the universe.
O con lo más profundo de nosotros mismos.
And the most profound aspect of ourselves.
Bioingeniería cuántica da un salto más allá.
Quantum bioengineering goes beyond.
Y descubre que el corazón
and discovers that the heart
y su sistema cardiovascular
and the cardiovascular system
son una gran tecnología.
Are a great technology.
La tecnología del futuro.
The technology of the future.
Que permite encontrar e incorporar.
That allows us to find and incorporate.
Un nuevo sistema de percepción.
A new system of perception.
Cuando nosotros integramos este nuevo sistema de percepción,
when this system of perception is incorporated,
comenzamos a observar la realidad de una forma diferente.
we can start to perceive reality in a very different way.
Y cuando eso ocurre,
And when this happens,
la verdadera libertad es posible.
true freedom is a possibility.
El corazón todo lo sabe.
The heart knows everything.
Y esta tecnología que contenemos en nuestro interior,
And this technology that we carry within us,
una tecnología cuántica,
a quantum technology,
está conectada con todo tiempo-espacio,
is connected to all space and time,
trascendiendo el tiempo y el espacio,
transcending space and time,
conectada con todo el campo unificado de la conciencia.
and connected to the unified field of consciousness.
Hasta ahora,
Until now,
el sistema se había encargado de interferenciar esta conexión en el ser humano.
people have taken charge of interfering with this connection to humans, that humans have.
Esto ha acontecido a través de llevar nuestra atención constantemente hacia afuera,
This has happened as a result of forcing our attention or drawing our attention away from us
y manipulando constantemente el sistema de percepción
and constantly manipulating our perception systems
a través de la introducción de sistemas de creencias
with the introduction of belief systems
y jaulas de percepción.
and what she calls cages of perception.
Cuando nosotros comenzamos a escuchar nuestro pulso del corazón,
When we start to listen to our heartbeat,
comenzamos a regresar a nosotros mismos de nuevo.
we return to ourselves again.
El corazón trasciende sistemas de creencias,
The heart transcends belief systems.
tiene un sistema de navegación que es mucho más avanzado y rápido que el sistema dual que solemos utilizar a través de la cabeza.
Using the heart, we navigate
Más avanzado y rápido.
more advanced and more quickly than the mind, than with a dualistic mind.
Por esto, ahora el viaje que tiene que hacer el ser humano
That's why the journey that the human being should go on
es volver desde nuestro sistema dual
to, o sea, volver del sistema dual hacia el corazón.
y regresar a el corazón.
To leave, so the journey is to leave the dualistic mind and enter once again in your heart.
Pero esto no se puede hacer desde la cabeza.
This cannot be done from the mind.
Esto no se puede hacer a través de nuestros sistemas de creencias,
It cannot be done through our belief systems
ni tampoco a través de técnicas mentales.
or any sort of mental technique.
Esto se hace a través de una frecuencia,
This is achieved through a frequency
que es nuestro propio corazón,
that is our heartbeat,
nuestro propio latido.
our own heart.
Él tiene toda la información
It has all of the information
sobre nuestro universo único,
of our own unique universe.
porque cada uno de nosotros
Each one of us
somos un universo único
are a unique universe.
y nos sirve todas las herramientas para todos.
And not every tool works for every person.
Entonces, bioingeniería cuántica
So quantum bioengineering
es una metodología
is a methodology,
terapéutica y educativa
a therapeutic technology, and educational as well.
terapéutica porque permite, a través de la lectura del corazón,
Therapeutic because using what we call the reading of the pulse,
la comprensión profunda,
a profound comprehension,
única y personal,
unique and personal,
de cada persona
of each person
y sus desórdenes.
and their disorders.
Y también es una metodología educativa
and it's an educational methodology
porque permite la reeducación de la percepción
because it allows the re-education of your perception
para la liberación del ser humano.
for every human being's personal freedom.
De forma que todo paciente
So in fact, each patient
se convierte en terapeuta.
becomes a therapist.
Y esto es lo que está ocurriendo con bioingeniería cuántica.
And this information is contained within quantum bioengineering.
Personas de todos los sectores,
People from all walks of life,
de todo tipo de profesiones,
all sorts of jobs,
está accediendo a esta información,
can access and are accessing this information,
aplicándola en su vida.
applying it in their lives. Excellent. So my next question is, using this information, using this technology, what is the person actually doing? Is the patient changing their surrounding, manifesting the changes in their surrounding? Or is it changing because you're just observing
Okay.
the reality?
Sandra, esta nos pregunta que usando esta técnica, ¿cómo es que funciona? ¿La persona modifica o cambia su alrededor, su entorno, o solo con pensarlo se manifiesta? ¿Cómo realmente llega a suceder todo esto?
Cuando las personas comienzan a reconectar con su corazón,
When people start to connect or reconnect with their hearts,
con su frecuencia coherente,
with their coherent frequency,
se produce un estado de reconexión
a state of reconnection occurs
y de realineación
and realignment
que comienza a generar que el individuo, la persona,
that starts to generate the individual's
observe la realidad de una forma diferente.
observation of a different reality.
Esto genera que la realidad
It generates that reality
de estas personas
of these people.
comience a cambiar.
It starts to change.
Y donde había desorden,
And where there was disorder,
comienza a manifestarse el orden.
order starts to manifest.
Esto se da no solamente en la realidad externa,
Not only does this occur in the external reality,
comienza desde la realidad interna de las personas.
it originates from the internal reality.
Y esto ocurre
And this happens
porque es una cuestión frecuencial.
because it's a frequential question, or matter, I should say.
Y las personas comienzan a relacionarse
And people start to relate
con su realidad
with their realities,
interna y externa
internal and external,
de una forma ordenada,
in an orderly fashion,
entrando en el fluir de la existencia.
entering in the fluidity of existence
Y en la prosperidad del universo.
and the prosperity of the universe.
Y esto es algo que está accesible para todos.
And it is accessible to everyone.
Esto no es solamente algo para los iniciados o para personas que tienen dones.
These are not for the initiated or people with very special gifts or talents.
Este es un derecho
This is a right
de vida.
of life. My next question. How can we define a patient's coherence?
A patient with?
Coherence.
What do you mean by that, though?
How does quantum bioengineering define coherence?
Okay. How do you translate that word, though?
Coherencia.
Coherence? Coherencia. Oh, okay. Sandra, nos pregunta cómo el paciente puede encontrar coherencia dentro de
How do
usando
we
esta
define
técnica. ¿Cómo lo definimos?
it?
Okay, ¿cómo
Bien.
definimos la coherencia y cómo podemos encontrarla?
Fantástico, muchas gracias, Sara. La coherencia la definimos como un estado
Coherence is defined as a state
que comienza por alinear
that starts with aligning
lo que sentimos
what we feel
con lo que pensamos,
with what we think,
con lo que decimos
with what we say,
y con lo que hacemos.
and with what we do.
El corazón
The heart
conoce el camino.
knows the way.
Lo que ocurre es que el sistema
What occurs is that the system
nos ha interferenciado la coherencia
has interfered with our coherence
porque en la coherencia reside el poder
because it is within coherence that power resides.
el poder del ingenio,
The power of ingenuity,
el poder de superar
the power of overcoming
y trascender todos los límites.
and transcending all limits.
Lo más maravilloso
The most wonderful
es que sabemos que la coherencia para cada persona es diferente.
The most wonderful thing is that we know that coherence is different to each person,
Y va cambiando.
and it shifts.
Por lo cual, cuando cada persona comienza a escuchar su coherencia,
So as we start listening to our own individual coherences,
manifestándola a través de su pensamiento,
manifesting it through our thoughts,
de su palabra y acción,
through our words and our own actions,
comienza a entrar en la verdadera magia de la existencia.
we enter in the true magic of existence.
Una magia que solo nos regala el corazón,
A magic that only the heart can give us,
de sentirnos vivos,
of feeling alive,
porque el corazón es el que nos da y sostiene la vida.
because it is the heart that gives us and sustains life.
Y él tiene la información de cómo debemos de proceder
And it also contains the information of how to proceed
y cuál es el camino
and what is our path,
individual,
individual path,
sin dogmas,
without any dogmas,
sin creencias,
without beliefs,
sin técnicas.
and without techniques.
Algo que es de ti, contigo.
Something that emanates from you and for you.
Y es tu responsabilidad
And it's your own responsibility
realizar
to achieve
tu potencial.
your potential.
El corazón sabe tu potencial
The heart knows your full potential,
y quiere llevarte a tu potencial.
and it wants to take you to your potential.
Quiere desplegar toda la vida que hay en él.
It wants to see everything within it unfold.
Entonces, bioingeniería cuántica
So quantum bioengineering
te ayuda a que tú te puedas reconectar
allows you to reconnect
con este sistema de comunicación
with this system of communication
desde los planos más energéticos
from the most energetic planes
donde fue interferido,
from which it was interfered with,
recuperando la conexión
recuperating your connection
a través de la utilización de herramientas
using tools
que son arquetipos universales
that are universal archetypes,
prehumanos,
pre-human,
como es la geometría sagrada,
such as sacred geometry,
las frecuencias de luz,
light frequencies,
frecuencias de sonido
sound frequencies,
y la información cuántica.
and quantum information.
Cuando este sistema de comunicación
When this system of communication
con el corazón
with the heart
se recupera,
is recuperated,
enseñamos a la persona a escucharse a sí misma de nuevo.
we teach the person to listen to themselves once again.
Una vez que la persona consigue
Once the person achieves
y aprende a sostener este sistema de comunicación,
and learns to sustain this system of communication,
esta persona nunca más
this person will never again
va a ser domada o esclavizada.
will be tamed or put into slavery. Or
Va a ser un ser libre
you will be completely free,
y por lo tanto va a ser una amenaza para el sistema.
and therefore becomes a threat to the system.
Porque un ser libre siempre va a ser una amenaza para el sistema.
Because a free being is a threat to the system.
El sistema trata de que seamos repeticiones de un patrón.
The system intends for us to be repetitions of the same pattern,
Un patrón sintético
a synthetic pattern
que pretende explotarnos.
that intends to exploit us.
La única forma de salir de ese laberinto
The only way of leaving the labyrinth
es recuperando la conexión con la frecuencia cardíaca.
is recuperating the connection to the cardiac frequency.
Porque el corazón nos trae al aquí y ahora.
The heart brings us to the here and now.
Y en el aquí y ahora tenemos todo el poder.
And we have complete power in the here and now.
Y desde aquí y ahora somos arquitectos del futuro y del pasado.
And in the present, connecting to our heart, we are the architects of the past and the future. Amazing.
That was deep.
Mhm. Okay. What is the importance of the connection to the elements? Meaning being in nature, drinking quality water, eating clean food. How does that, if it does, how does it help us achieve or restore this connection?
Ok. Sandra, este nos está preguntando cuál es la importancia de la conexión con los elementales, con los elementos, pero ella lo habla de una forma de qué tan importante es comer saludablemente o limpio, la calidad del agua que tomamos y todo lo que nos rodeamos y nos alimentamos.
Muy bien. La naturaleza nos trae el patrón de orden.
Nature represents a pattern of order.
Cuando ese orden se ha visto interferido por contaminantes,
When that order is interfered by contaminants,
los contaminantes que residen en las aguas,
contaminants that reside in water
los alimentos,
and foods,
en el aire,
in the air,
este orden se ve desvirtuado
the order is devirtued or denatured.
y en vez de ingerir orden,
And instead of consuming order,
estamos ingiriendo caos.
we consume chaos.
Un caos que llega a nuestros universos celulares,
A chaos that ends up in our universe, like in our cells,
acelerando nuestro desgaste,
accelerating our exhaust,
interferenciando nuestra conciencia y nuestros planos más espirituales.
interfering with our consciousness and our more spiritual planes.
Por lo tanto, es fundamental
So it's of utmost importance,
la calidad pránica del aire,
the pranic quality to your air,
la calidad de los alimentos
the quality of your food,
y la calidad del agua.
and the quality of water.
Y aquí hay dos cuestiones que hay que observar.
So there's two matters that we should look at.
La primera es tratar de conseguir que estos elementos lleguen en el mejor estado posible.
The first is to ensure that the food and water arrives in the best possible quality.
Y la segunda cuestión importante
And the second matter
tiene que ver cómo nos relacionamos nosotros con el aire, el agua y los alimentos.
is how we actually relate to the elements, to the food we eat, to the water we drink.
Aprender a observar,
To learn to observe,
a sentir
to feel
el agua que bebemos,
the water that we feel,
el aire que respiramos
the air that we breathe,
y los alimentos que ingerimos.
and the food that we eat.
Nosotros sabemos
We know
que el agua cambia según cómo la observamos.
that water changes according to how we observe it.
La estructura del agua cambia
The structure of the water changes.
y también cambia su programación energética.
And its energetic programming changes as well.
Esto también ocurre con el aire
This also occurs with air
y con los alimentos.
and with foods.
Por lo tanto, es esencial tener un entrenamiento
So it's essential to have a training,
un entrenamiento interno
an internal training,
para saber relacionarnos con la vida adecuadamente.
to understand how to truly relate to the life we live.
Esto también está muy relacionado con bioingeniería cuántica.
This is closely tied to quantum bioengineering.
Nosotros sabemos que nosotros, el ser humano, somos la herramienta,
The human is the tool,
somos la tecnología.
the technology.
Y si no estamos afinados,
And if we're not finely tuned,
la realidad tampoco lo está.
reality will not be either for us.
Por eso el compromiso
So the commitment,
es recuperar el tono correcto,
recuperating the correct tone,
la afinación correcta
the correct affinity
para observar la realidad
to observe reality
de una forma adecuada
in the appropriate way,
que permita que no solamente nuestras vidas cambien, sino también el mundo.
allows us to change our immediate world and also the rest of the world.
Y ahora estamos en un gran salto,
And we are in the middle of a huge leap,
un salto en el que el ser humano tiene que elegir
a leap in where the human has to choose
entre la autodestrucción
between self-destruction
o un salto evolutivo
and the evolutionary leap
que permita reinventarnos
that allows us to reinvent ourselves
como raza,
as a race,
como comunidad,
as a community,
en nuestro legado hacia el mundo.
and our legacy to the world. Wonderful. So supposing someone is watching this for the first time, I've seen in other videos, she recommends to take your pulse for 10 minutes, twice a day. What starts to happen over time when you start to take your pulse on a regular basis, drink clean water, eat better food, spend more time in nature? What really starts to happen to you?
Ok. Sandra, este nos pregunta, suponiendo que hay personas que te están escuchando y viendo por primera vez, parte de tus recomendaciones es tomarse el pulso por lo menos 1 o 2 veces al día por 10 minutos. ¿Qué pasa cuando comenzamos con esos pasitos, tomándonos el pulso, comiendo, mejorando nuestra alimentación, tomando agua más pura? ¿Qué empieza a suceder? ¿Cuáles son los cambios?
Se produce todo un proceso de reconfiguración,
A whole process of reconfiguration takes place,
de reconexión,
of reconnection,
desde los planos más sutiles
of the more subtle planes
a los más físicos,
to the more physical one,
eliminándose barreras y bloqueos
eliminating barriers and blockages,
y generando un proceso de desintoxicación
and generating a process of
que,
detoxification
que siempre irá acompañado
that will always be accompanied
del ritmo del paciente.
accompanied by the rhythm of the patient.
El corazón siempre acompaña el ritmo del ser.
The heart will always accompany or go with the rhythm of the patient.
Porque el corazón sabe cuál es el ritmo en el que el paciente puede gestionar su proceso de reconexión.
Because the heart knows at truly what pace the person can handle the
Cuando,
level.
cuando accedemos al cerebro del corazón,
When we access the brain of the heart,
reconectamos con el campo unificado.
we reconnect to the unified field.
Esto quiere decir
This means
que vamos a acceder a un campo de información mayor,
that we access a greater field of information
eso,
with the universe,
la Tierra
Earth,
y todos los tiempos espacios a la vez.
and all space-times at the same time.
Y por supuesto esto va a romper barreras
And this, of course, breaks barriers
y va a permitir
and allows
que toda la vieja información,
that all the old information,
toda la manipulación,
all of the manipulation,
todo lo que no es la verdadera realidad desde el corazón,
everything that is not the true reality emanating from your heart,
se caiga, se destruya
falls apart or is destroyed
y sea transformada
and transforms
en una nueva realidad.
in a new reality.
Esto ocurre
This happens
desde el plano cuántico.
from the quantum plane.
Esto no es algo que la persona ni vaya a pensar.
This is something that the person cannot formulate.
Va a ocurrir
It will occur
solamente por el hecho de estar reconectando con la frecuencia cardíaca.
by the sheer fact of reconnecting to your pulse.
Existe un profundo secreto dentro del pulso del corazón.
There is a profound secret contained within your heartbeat,
Una profunda clave
a profound clue
que se ha de ir desvelando
that will unravel
de forma personal
in a personal way
a cada uno de nosotros,
to each one of us,
a cada uno de los que estamos siendo llamados por esta nueva información,
to each and every person that is being called to this information,
por esta nueva herramienta.
by this new tool.
Las personas que la han experimentado
People that have experienced this
tienen su antes y su después,
have their before and after,
y cada uno lo vive de una forma completamente única y diferente.
and each person lives it in a completely unique and individual way.
Tenemos cientos de testimonios,
We have hundreds of testimonies,
cada uno único e irrepetible,
each one unique and non-repeatable.
y esto es lo más maravilloso,
And this is wonderful
porque no hay repetición,
because there is no repetition.
no hay sistema,
There is no system.
solamente hay que tomarse el pulso.
You only have to take your pulse.
No se trata de que yo les tenga que decir cómo tienen que hacer sus vidas.
It's not about me telling you how to lead your life.
Ustedes van a saberlo.
You will already know it.
Ya llega el tiempo
The time has come
de regresar a nosotros mismos.
to return to ourselves. Okay. What has been the most recent or most exciting transformation that you've had as a testimony?
Me, no.
You want to share?
Um, Sandra, esta nos pregunta que cuál ha sido, según tu experiencia, cuál sientes que ha sido la más reciente o la transformación más interesante que has visto en alguna persona recientemente, que puedas compartirnos.
Sí, recibimos testimonios todos los días.
We receive testimonies every day.
Es difícil elegir un testimonio.
It is difficult to choose one testimony.
Tenemos desde testimonios que tienen que ver con cuestiones de desórdenes físicos muy críticos y severos,
We have everything from people with very severe and critical conditions
hasta cuestiones más espirituales
to even more spiritual matters at hand
que se ven resueltas.
that are all resolved.
Hay un testimonio que me conmovió el corazón profundamente.
There is a testimony that moved me profoundly.
Este testimonio me hizo una señal tan profunda en el corazón
It produced such a strong signal in my heart.
que fue el empuje
That was the big push
de crear una nueva especialidad dentro de nuestra metodología.
It was the big push to create a new methodology within the very same system.
Siempre recuerdo el caso de un bebé
I will always forget the case of a baby
que acababa de nacer con 1 día y medio
with a day and a half old
y que fue diagnosticado con el síndrome de Moebius
and was diagnosed with Moebius syndrome
y con un pronóstico de seguramente de quedar vegetal y morir de una forma inesperada en cualquier momento.
with the prognosis of being a vegetable in a vegetative state and no notion of living a long life.
Un paciente solicitó la terapia para este bebé
A patient asked for the therapy for this baby.
Fue una terapia a distancia.
It was a distance training or therapy session.
Nosotros tratamos a distancia en 25 países.
We distance heal in 25 different countries.
Lo hacemos a través del pulso.
We do it via the pulse.
El caso de este bebé era en Argentina.
This baby was in Argentina specifically.
Después de un tratamiento,
After one session,
en cuestión de 3 días,
in 3 days,
el bebé estaba en su casa.
the baby was home.
Ahora es un bebé normal.
Now it's a normal baby.
Solamente le quedan unos procesos en lo que es el aparato locomotor que necesitan terminar de ordenarse.
There's only a few motor skills that need to develop.
Pero puede alimentarse y respirar
But the baby can eat and breathe
de forma independiente,
independently.
cosa que iba a ser impensable.
Something that was unimaginable originally.
Y este caso
In this case,
me empujó a crear la astrobioingeniería,
pushed me to develop what is called Bioengineering,
que es una especialidad
that is a specialization
que nos permite utilizar el manejo
that allows us to use the working with
de información cuántica específica del universo exterior
specific quantum information of the external universe
a través del conocimiento de los astros celestes
using the wisdom of the celestial astros
y de sus movimientos,
and their movements,
como hacían nuestros antiguos,
just like our ancestors did,
permitiendo el ingreso de la información del universo.
allowing the absorption of the universal information. Wow. My next question would be, Sarah, if you're willing, a little bit of your own testimony. How it's changed.
Sure. Yes, tell me.
No, just how it all started for you, how you got involved with Sandra, why you're here today.
So first of all, I'm very thankful with Sandra and Danielle and the Institute. I mean, they're amazing. They're very supportive. Um, it all started when my dad got sick, and the doctors couldn't find out what was really wrong with him until we ended up losing him. Felt that there had to be a technique, a tool that can allow us to help our family to heal. You know what I mean? It's like we have each other. I noticed that when I was close to him, he was getting better, but just me being there. But I wanted to do something else beyond that. I want to make sure he was not in pain and he wasn't suffering. So after we lost him, I dedicated myself for 2 years to look for medicine. And after going to different workshops and taking different techniques, I ended up this year, back in May, um, one of Sandra's video came across, um, and I heard the technique. And the minute that she started talking about the heart and the connection, and I mean, it's just so organic and it makes so much sense. And it's not asking you to look for help out there. I mean, you're not, that's what we have right now. We're looking out there, we're putting ourselves out there like, help me out. And this technique is different because it started with you, connecting with yourself, healing yourself, and then helping others after you experience it. Like Sandra was saying, every person is unique and is different, and every process is different. So once you learn that and understand that, and you try it with yourself, then you help others to find their weight as well. So I went to Guadalajara back in May of this year. I took bioengineering, and I think we were there for like 9 days. One of the things that I like the most is that it's not like a regular weekend workshop where you go and you just listen to to the teacher, or it's not like a coaching. It's more like hands-on. So you will get there. She will help you to raise your frequency. She will help you to connect with your heart within you, and she will give you the protocols that you have to follow, so that you can connect and retrieve that information. And basically you are there, and you are like hands-on, you're practicing. So you leave there and you are, I mean, pretty much a therapist. You're already trained, and you leave there and you can treat yourself, and then you can start with your family and your surrenders. After that, I went to Teotihuacan, and I took this specialty of astral bioengineering, which I love, and I'm so thankful for that. And a lot. I mean, since I took bioengineering, the changes. I mean, it's true. I mean, I'm a witness. Once you start connecting with yourself, you start seeing the changes. You connect with the real information. You start freeing yourself, and you don't allow nobody to tell you who you are, or what do you have to do. You just find that information within you, and you allow yourself to be you. And once people start realizing that, they I don't know, we lost Echo?
No?
Echo?
No.
Oh, okay. Once you start realizing that you are, honest to yourself, it's like you're loyal to yourself. And once you start, you project that, and people see that within you, that you're not doing things just to please them. You're doing because it's your is what you feel. They start seeing the changes in you, and then they start asking you, what are you doing? What have you done? You look different. You feel different. I feel you different. People start seeing you totally differently. And then they're curious about it. And then they ask you, I want to try that. And then you share. And that's what we do after we take, the workshop and the specialties and all the stuff. You just start sharing this information so that other people can help themselves. This is not a short process. I'm still with my own process, but I can, I've been sharing the things, the changes that had happened that has helped me. And I'm still going through my process. But one of the things I have learned as well is that everybody has their own process, and you learn how to respect your process and how to become passionate with your process, but also how to be compassionate with other people's process as well. Because I mean, we're all in this, but it definitely has changed my life. And that aspect that you mentioned about how to eat clean and the quality of the water and all the stuff, it has a lot to do. Take the pulse. I mean, every technique that Sandra gave us, and when you apply it on your daily basis, you see the changes automatically. Just connecting with yourself, it just changed your life forever. It give you freedom. I mean, I never felt this freedom before, and I'm happier than ever.
Wow.
So I definitely invite everyone that, even though it's not able to travel to take the workshop in person, there is the Institute has different ways to reach out to the people, or people reach out to this technique, and they can do it online through the CEO, which is the system educative online system, and you can take it, anytime. You can do it also through Caja de Pandora anytime you want, or you can just travel the world, follow them, and take the workshop like I do and enjoy it. But I'm very thankful forever with the Institute, with Sandra, and all the team. They are great. After you take the workshops, they're always there. They're always supporting you. And we are like a big family. And now we get to travel together.
I wanted to ask how, as you're taking your pulse, how do you know the information you're receiving is true, or how do you know you're not imagining things? And part of falling into your coherence and realigning, as Sandra was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of people are going to encounter chaos. So here you are, so here you are taking your pulse. You're not sure what you're hearing. There's chaos everywhere. How do you stay, sure, like, okay, this is my path, or this is what's right for me?
Well, most of the time, 99% of the time. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Sandra. I got so into it. Okay, Sandra. Esto nos está preguntando, ¿vale? Cuando tomas el pulso, te tomas el pulso, ¿cómo sabes que no es tu mente? ¿Cómo sabes que lo que estás sintiendo, lo que estás escuchando viene de tu corazón, de esa conexión, y que no es producto de tu mente? Y disculpa, Eteli, ¿cuál fue la segunda parte de la pregunta?
Chaos. How do you handle the inevitable chaos that could come? Yeah.
Exacto. Y entonces, a través de cuando ya accesas esa información y sabes qué es lo que es, ¿cómo lidiar con ese caos que sabemos? Que cuando entras en coherencia se genera un caos, ¿no? Porque todo se tiene que ordenar. ¿Cómo se maneja ese caos?
Perfecto. En relación a la primera pregunta, nosotros sabemos que la información que nos da el corazón es muy práctica.
Based on this, we know that the information that you receive from your heart is very practical.
El corazón no tiene tiempo de adornar.
The heart does not have time to decorate.
Es muy práctico porque tiene que sostener la evolución
And it is practical because it has to sustain evolution
e impulsar la evolución.
and to impulse, like to propel you towards that evolution
A través del pulso.
using the pulse.
Por lo tanto, el corazón siempre nos va a dar la información exacta
So the heart will always give you the exact information
que suele ser muy corta y muy directa
that is usually very short and direct
y que se siente como una certeza absoluta
and feels like an absolute fact
porque no pasa por los filtros de la mente
because it does not get it does not pass through the filters of the mind
ni por las experiencias del pasado.
or by past experiences.
Al corazón todo eso no le importa.
The heart does not care.
A él le importa tu potencial
The only thing it cares about is your potential
y ser práctico para evolucionar.
and to be practical in order to evolve.
Porque quiero que entiendan algo.
I want everyone to understand something.
La evolución de cada uno de nosotros
Each person's individual evolution
es la evolución de la biología
is the evolution of biology,
y la transmitimos.
and we transmit it.
Cada vez que uno de nosotros evolucionamos,
Every time that each one of us evolves,
transmitimos una señal una señal biológica.
a biological sign.
Por lo tanto, el corazón no tiene tiempo de adornar nada.
Therefore, the heart does not have time to decorate and adorn.
Está muy ocupado en la evolución
It's too busy with evolution,
y sabe que no hay tiempo que perder.
and it knows that there's no time to waste.
En cuanto a cómo manejar el caos,
In terms, or with respects to managing chaos,
nosotros hemos descubierto
we've discovered
que cuando una persona no deja de tomarse el pulso,
that when a person continues to take their pulse,
el propio corazón contiene el proceso.
the heart will give you the process.
El asunto
The subject
ocurre cuando una persona
occurs
conecta con su información, con su corazón.
when a person connects with their information in their heart.
La información comienza a trabajar, esta frecuencia comienza a trabajar,
This frequency and information starts to work,
pero la persona no sigue tomándose el pulso
but the person stops taking their pulse,
y comienza a haber una lucha y un cortocircuito
and there's a bit of a resistance or short
entre la información que viene del corazón,
between the information that comes from the heart
que quiere reorganizarse,
that wants to reorganize
y la antigua información que quiere mantener la interferencia.
and the previous information that wants to maintain or sustain the interference.
Y esto sí genera caos.
And that does generate the chaos.
Pero si la persona continúa tomándose el pulso,
But if the person continues to take their pulse,
está contenida por la vida,
it is contained by life,
porque el pulso está conectado con todo el campo unificado.
because the pulse is contained within the unified field.
Entonces, esta persona no solamente está contenida por su corazón,
This person is not only contained or sustained by their heart,
está contenida por el corazón del planeta entero.
it's sustained by the heart of the entire planet.
Está contenida por el corazón del universo.
It is contained by the heart of the universe.
Está contenida por la conciencia.
It is contained by the consciousness. Wonderful. I think that is a good little initial taste in English. If there's anything else you want to say, I think that would be good. Nada, if there's anything else you want to say too, a last little message. You're having an event in Miami. Maybe if Sandra wants to share any other information, that would be good.
Sandra, si quieres compartir con nosotros sobre los eventos que se aproximan, y yo podría también comentar sobre el curso de la formación que vamos a tener en Miami el próximo año. Y un último
Perfecto.
mensaje que quieras transmitir.
Perfecto. Sobre las próximas formaciones que tenemos ahora de forma muy cercana está en Madrid, que es la Internacional de España, y también en Uruguay. Tenemos en Montevideo este mes.
So this
Luego,
oh. Pero va a ser en español, so
sí,
yeah. So she has upcoming events in Spain and in Uruguay this month.
el próximo año tenemos un evento muy especial.
Next year there's a very special event,
Se llama La Cuarentena.
the quarantine in the Moroccan desert.
Exactly. Y es un reto que estamos lanzando al sistema.
And it's a challenge that we are giving to the system.
Para todos aquellos que se sienten preparados y listos
For those of us who feel prepared and ready
para hacer un profundo proceso de desintoxicación
in engaging in a profound process of detoxification
del sistema
of the system,
e introducirse en todas las bases
and to introduce all of the subjects, the bases,
formación y especialidades
training and specializations
de bioingeniería cuántica
of quantum bioengineering
por 40 días
for 40 days
en el desierto del Sáhara, Marruecos.
in the Sahara Desert of Morocco.
Una de las casas de mi corazón,
A very special place in her heart,
un lugar de poder en la tierra
a very powerful place on the earth,
que está lleno de magia
full of magic
y de conexión.
and connection.
Son 8 años llevando allí grupos y formaciones,
She's been taking people there for 8 years,
pero esta actividad
and this specific activity
es un gran regalo
is a huge gift
que estamos abriendo
that we're opening or giving
para nuestra sociedad,
to our society,
para dar la oportunidad
to give the opportunity
de dar un gran salto.
of doing the great leap.
Tendremos la oportunidad
We'll have the opportunity
de, si hay personas en inglés que necesiten realizarlo en inglés,
we'll have the opportunity for people wanting to do it in English.
organizarlo también.
We can also organize that.
Hay personas que están llegando de diferentes países
There are people coming from many different countries,
y estamos muy felices de darles la bienvenida
and we're very happy to welcome them
en un lugar como este.
in a very special place like this.
Y en marzo regresamos a México y por primera vez vamos a llegar también a Estados Unidos, a Miami.
In March, there's going to be another trip to Mexico, and then I know March 17th is the trip, the formation in Miami.
Y aquí le paso la palabra a Sara por si les quiere invitar a la próxima formación de Miami.
Sarah's the coordinator here for the Miami trip or event, so we'll pass the baton.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Etel. So, yeah, they're going to be, Sandra and her team is going to be in Miami for first time in the United States, and it's going to be March 17th. We're working on the location. It's going to be a very special location, and it's going to be around 9 days. And like I say, it's hands-on. So it's get ready for a lot of learning, a lot of achievement, a lot of sharing. It's a great experience. So anyone that want to give themselves the opportunity to learn this technique, please do so. And they're going to be here in Miami in March 17th. So be ready for around 9-10 days. And then I know it's going to be in Spanish, but we're looking into if there's people that speak English, we can have a translator. I have a dear friend of mine that it's from Miami that she's going to attend, and that's what she does. She translates, so we can get that, taken care. And then I know they're going to be in town in June, right, Eto? In Colorado? And it's going to be in English.
Yes. Yes.
And I pass.
Yeah, the plan is either I go and do the Miami event.
Yes.
Inshallah, as they say, in Morocco, and then I'll be able to just translate exclusively in June. So that'll be fun.
And you're gonna host that one, right? You're gonna be the coordinator.
Yep, June 9th through the 19th.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I know Sandra is looking forward to go there, right, Sandra?
Yes. I'm so happy.
Oh my God.
So happy.
Es mucho. It's so exciting.
I know. Get ready.
Yeah. Website is Escuela Aurea. I can put that on in the end.
Better you put www.bioingenieriacuántica.com.
Okay.
Sí, está más completa. Y bueno, solamente quiero agradecerles
She just wants to thank everyone,
su presencia,
their presence,
en este tiempo que hemos estado compartiendo.
in this space that we've been sharing.
Les invito a continuar,
I invite you to continue
a que lo sientan por sí mismos
to feel it for yourselves,
y seguiremos creciendo juntos.
and we will continue growing together.
Muchas gracias por ser, por estar.
Thank you for being here and for being yourselves.
Muchas gracias, Sara. Muchas gracias, Ethel, de corazón. Y estoy muy feliz de que las voy a ver muy pronto.
Yes. Thank you to the both of us for being here.
Just one more thing. The website, which is www.bioingenieriacuántica in Spanish.com. Once you go there, it has like 7 different languages. So you get to pick, and there's like 7 different languages, including English. And so, they can go and read a little bit more about Sandra, about the Institute and the technique. Can watch videos with testimony and all the information. It has a blog as well. She likes to write, and it's awesome.
Do you have an email for the event in Miami that people can contact you?
Sure. So it's Sarah, S-A-R-A, bioengineer, it's in Spanish, bioingenieriacuántica.com. So Sarah, bioingenieriacuántica.com.
Okay.
Or I'll give you my Gmail, @gmail.com, and I'll give you my other email address just in case. It's Sarah, S-A-R-A, F as in Frank, G as in George, 81 @gmail.com.
Okay.
Or they can contact you. You're my partner in crime. And then we can
take over. Help everyone.
Yes. Not a problem.
Yes. Bueno, everyone have a lovely day. Take care.
Thank you. You too, Ethel. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.